Hello, I'm Daniel Hill and welcome to a little coaching video on letting go of resistance and getting back into the flow. And this lovely waterfall is flowing, it's just letting go, there's no resistance there. The little dam up there is sort of making it resist, and then it's just descending and falling. And when we allow ourselves to do that, life becomes a hell of a lot easier. And we're always working on limiting beliefs when we're talking about resistance. So whatever that specific limiting belief is, maybe hold that and bear that in mind, and let's work to let that go. So taking full responsibility for anything that happens, and start tapping here. So even though I have this resistance to letting go and being in the flow, I deeply and completely love, accept and honor myself anyway. But even though I have this resistance to getting in the flow and being like the waterfall and just descending, allowing myself to fall and go with the flow of life, I deeply and completely love, accept and honor myself anyway. This problem with resisting, 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 this resistance, 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 and Leon, this resistance, this resistance, this problem with resistance, this problem with resistance, this problem with resistance, this trouble with resistance, this resisting part of me, this resisting part of me, this resisting part of me, this resisting part, this problem with this resisting part, this problem with this resisting part, this problem with this resisting part, this resistance, this struggle with resistance, this resistance, this resistance under the arm, this resistance, this resistance, this resistance, this problem with resistance, top of the head again, this resistance, this resistance, this resistance, this problem with not being in the flow, this frustration about not being in the flow, this anger about not being in the flow, this fear about not being in the flow, this fear and resistance. Take a breath in, ground into the ground. Just tune into that problem, tune into that resistance now. Just see where it is. If you need to, go back and work on it again. Go back right to the start of this video. I'm also available for personal coaching sessions too. In Lakesh,